Hi everyone, it's Dawn and welcome to Indigo Bohemian Art Studio. Today I am doing a little bit of a complicated pour. Not really complicated, just more involved than a lot of them. I have a dozen colors mixed up here, and I had the thought, after I did my last pour, which was 9 little ring pours on a smaller canvas than this, that I would do 20 ring pours on a canvas that's 16 by 20, because that will give me 20 4-inch squares. And this time I'm going to put some black paint down to make a grid, as well as to mix into these paints. I also mixed up a little bit of this Naples yellow. I could have used white, but I'll tell you the reasoning behind this. I did a different ring pour just a little while ago. And when it was wet, it was beautiful because we had nice contrast between the black and the white, the blue and the black, and the red and the black. And when it dried, the black swallowed it up. So we don't want that to happen with some of these darker colors. So with the darker colors, I'm going to put a little bit of this in the bottom of the cup just to brighten it up. I could have used white, but I wanted it to remain warm, like a warm painting. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I have 20 little cups to mix up, and I think I'll do it on camera, but I'm going to speed it up. So, bear with me. This is going to take a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back again. Okay, the grid thing didn't work out. I don't know why. I was thinking it'd be so easy, but then you have to do the black around. Anyway, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. So I thought to compensate for that, it's easy to work down the middle. So here are my middle colors, and that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to start. Yeah, we'll just start. Kind of sort of in the middle. There's one. We'll do the one that goes beside it over here. I'm hoping to get through this with a minimum of tilting. That is the plan. So we'll move up here. And this one down here. And because I'm seated, I probably didn't start exactly where I should have, so we might just tilt them this way, because we can. Let's just take a minute and do that. You know what? No, we won't. We're just going to get these on here because I think maybe I'll just come back through with some black. So I'll work this way and then that way. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So got some nice contrast in some of these colors with the black. Very nice. I think it was the planning for this one that took the most time, like in my thoughts, because it's like, oh, how are we going to do this? And then you think you have it worked out in your head, and sometimes you find that you didn't work it out so well. However, let's get these poured, and if it's not the perfection I was seeking, and it never is, right? That's all right. We'll see what we can make of it. Lots of bright colors, though. I don't want to stack these cups because they have a little bit of paint left in them. It's like, ooh, maybe we can do something with that. It probably won't be on camera, but you never know. I can see a few little cells popping up, and that's just from the Floetrol. This is my regular mix of paint. It's just 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint, and there is maybe half a teaspoon of water in each of the paints. It's maybe slightly more, because actually what I did today is I mixed them all up, and then my calendar went bing, and it's like, oh, what's that for? Oh, I forgot I had an appointment. So I actually had to run out to an appointment, and I left all these paints mixed. And only a couple of them needed like a couple drops of water. So that worked out okay, I think. Here we are doing it, right? That's a nice bright blue. I believe it's ultramarine blue. I will put all these colors in the description below. There's quite a list today. Okay, we're going to move back to this side. Here we go, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, in the corner with the green. It's like the reason I put them in the Dixie cups was so I could make a spout, and then I just realized I haven't made a spout for any of these until just now. So, silly me. As my husband likes to say sometimes, the blonde took really well this time. And he's adorable, and don't take offense on my behalf, because sometimes I do forget things. It's not a biggie. There we go. Yellow here. I think next time I plan a more complicated pour like this. And it's not even so much complicated. I guess more ambitious, due to the fact that, you know, all the paint you have to mix and whatnot. And I just totally derailed my train of thought there. The point I was going to make is that when you're seated below the artwork, you don't always have the best vantage point, especially if you're trying to center things. But I didn't think you'd all want to look at my head, as attractive as the back of my head might be. So we'll work on it like this. We'll get it all out on the excuse me, we'll get all the paint out on the canvas, and then we will see what gravity does and if we actually need to tilt. If we do, that's okay. That could make for a very interesting painting because it will be lopsided. That's okay. That wasn't my original vision, but it's okay. That's the wonderful thing about fluid art, is that, like the fluidity of the paint, you have to be kind of fluid with your expectations, because it's not always going to go the way you want it to go. All right. So it's all on there, and obviously over here where it's been sitting longer, it's actually flatter. So I think I'm just going to leave this for a few minutes, and then we'll have a look and see if it needs a tilt. Because if it all goes like this, you'll be like, yes! But it looks like it's doing that there, but not so much over here. And that is sad, so sad. However, while we wait, maybe I'll play and use up a little bit of some of these other colors that are still in the cup. Some of these cups were not built as full as some of the other ones, so we'll fix that up just a little bit. All right. It does look kind of neat though, doesn't it? I think we're going to take a minute, and I'm just going to move these all over here where there's more space, so if I have to pick this up and tilt it, well, there'll be some room for that. See, that appointment I had today, it threw me all off as far as what am I doing today? Yeah, well, I had to rush to get out of the house. I'm sure none of you have ever done that in your life. If you have, I feel for you. All right, let's bring these over here. Okay. Wonder if we can tilt it this way just a little bit. Try to go slow. I want to move the paint, but I don't necessarily want to lose a lot of paint. Go catch it, paint! Now, isn't that crazy? I like the fact that almost all of it is touching, like the different pores are touching. And where it's not, I can touch up with just a little bit of black paint. So this is my very ambitious 20 ring pour painting. So I'm going to spin my box lights away, touch this up, and I will be back with a close-up. I'm back, and here's the finished piece. Isn't that cool? I mean, I'm a child of the 60s, very late 60s, but, you know, I like these bright, psychedelic kind of paintings. And this one does not disappoint. So there's 20 definite ring pours on the canvas. There's some cells from the Floetrol. Actually, there's a couple of big ones, which is very surprising. So I'm just very pleased with this. It's very bright and colorful, and it makes me happy. I hope you like it too. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate that you spent some time with me and my art. Before you go, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out some of my other videos. Thanks again for watching. You have a great day. See you next time. Bye for now.